Prows here again. This is going to be a regular thing with us, isn't it? It's very cool. I'm delighted to be able to speak with you and to share some ideas with you. I have been thinking a lot about this process of connecting with the intelligence and what it takes to do that. I believe that the first steps are to recognize the types of ideas, the types of concepts that come to you, and to be able to recognize from or distinguish between the different types of thoughts that come to you. Since it's not really a voice, I don't believe that we can speak about it accurately as a voice, but it is probably more accurately referred to as a stream of thought or a stream of ideas or concepts. I have some questions today about how this works. And so I'm going to actually step into this world real soon with the intelligence. For those of you who are uncomfortable with or are unable to speak about this in the common vernacular of the divine, but in my instance, I'm going to refer to this as my two best friends, God and Goddess, or lately I have been doing this chivalrous thing and referring to Goddess and God, much to the chagrin of many of my patriarchal relatives. They think I've gone over the deep end, and I may have, but I tell you what, it's been a very, very fun end to go over. I'm going to begin and ask some questions. I'm going to make this kind of interactive today and to give you a sense of how this works for me, with the idea that you will be able to do something similar. Let me back up and say that I have been a student. I have read many, many works that would be considered to be scriptural, even others that would be more secular, that claim or purport to be the words of God. I am a great fan of Jesus' words as they are represented in the New Testament, and any other sources that seem to have a very clear, very inspirational view of this source. So I would say that one of the first steps to this is to read pieces, many works of people who claim to have this connection. As you know, I have a couple of books out that represent this and many writings. Most of them are free that you can get from my webpage. This is not the only source, but I am also not backing off in the sense that I maintain that the ideas and the concepts that have been given to me are as clear and as free from dogma and are as loving and interesting as any of the works that I've discovered. So I say that boldly, not arrogantly, but boldly, because I believe in these connections that have been given to me. So to find great sources then allows you to step into this a little bit easier, because then you kind of know conceptually about what kinds of topics or ideas are likely to flow through this pipe, if you will, through this channel. And I am very intrigued about what will show up for those who become students of this process and students of the learning and writing that can occur as a result of making the attempt and the concentration to be able to make this connection. So I want to become a kind of spokesperson or a facilitator for this process for everyone that is willing. Goddess. It is important that you recognize that there are many concepts and ideas that flow to you at any one moment. You have sources of information from so many places in your world that it is easy to become consumed or too booked, if you will, to be able to listen to the ideas that are from the universe, from the intelligence. So it takes time and effort to be able to, first of all, identify the concepts and ideas that are available to you. And it also takes focus and concentration, as we spoke about previously. The key is to think about and process the ideas that come to you. When you think about certain thoughts, you'll notice a change in your body. If you feel inadequate, then it feels like a drain. If you feel like you are capable or confident, then it creates another emotion, another feeling in your body. When you have these different thoughts, they automatically transform themselves into an energy state in your body. You can therefore test and identify exactly what a particular thought will create in your body. If you think about love in its highest form, then what you will feel is a sense of warmth, a sense of comfort, a sense of optimism that comes to you because you feel love. If you feel like you are being abandoned, or if you feel uncared for, then you will feel the opposite of those emotions. You will feel like you do not have a future, like you are not worthy of people's love or care, and therefore you will feel this kind of emptiness or this aloneness that transpires having thought those thoughts. So in this way, you can identify for yourself what kinds of thinking, what kinds of thoughts are going to produce the best results in your body. The highest emotion, the highest force, the highest power, of course, is love. And so when you feel love, when you feel cared for, when you feel taken care of, those emotions that show up in you give you the kind of sensations in your body that will propel you into your future. This is not to say that these other emotions, these other thoughts are bad or wrong, because we do not judge them. We have given you the opportunity and the ability to think any thought, to perform any action without judgment, without cause for guilt, without any kinds of assessments on you. What you are here for is to be able to learn and to observe based on what you do as to what the result will be.